Anybody out there?
Barrett! I think I hear him up ahead.
Hey!
Here goes.
Can anybody hear me?
Push!
Marlane. Marlane. Marlane! Marlene! Biggs! Wedge! Jesse! God damn it! God damn you! God damn you all! Marlene. Marlene.
It was us. We did this.
No. You can't think like that. Whatever came before it was Shinra that pulled the trigger today. Am I right?
Yeah.
Hold on to this anger, okay?
Barrett. Marlene's fine.
Huh?
Airieth found her.
Airieth. Is that the girl they took?
Yeah. That's her.
Hmm.
Take her somewhere safe.
And she did? You sure? Hey, where you going?
We're back, guys, with another episode of Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm your host, True Fight. I hope you are well, everyone, washing your hands. This playthrough has been a really long one, and I hopefully will get this done as soon as possible so that we can move on. But just before that, there's going to be quite a few different episodes on
It's in the Sector 5 slums.
And that's where
tips,
Marlene
tricks,
is.
guides,
Where we hope she
you
is.
name it.
Tell me she is. Give me something to hang on to. Even if she's not, I won't blame you for it. I'm kidding. I'd probably try to tear your head off.
Hey, Tifa. Know anything about ancients?
I know I've heard of them, at least.
They come up in planetology books. Meant to be the original stewards of the planet. Could even commune with it, talk to it and stuff.
That must be why the Turks wanted her so badly.
Within my veins flows the blood of ancients.
This planet is my birthright. You have failed again, I see. But through suffering, you will grow strong. Isn't that what you want?
Cloud?
Let's go.
It's like there's a
Oh my god. My heart pounded then.
Wait. Over there.
There's so much that has changed. But there's so much that
Just focus on
it's
something
exactly the same, and it's
Nothing
just
else.
more. And as I'm playing it, it's overwhelming, and it just, as someone that played this when I was a young kid, just like everyone else, it just brings me back to those memories, and just seeing it like this makes me really like excited but upset at the same time, because I know that there's only so much more left.
Thanks to you, I did. Good.
This one's going to be quite a sad episode. I can feel it already, so
I need to
hopefully
prep
we
for
can
my
get
next
this
show.
done and get into some more of the fighting. I really do love the fighting on this game.
But we suck other stuff too.
It's been a really good week for me, guys, and hopefully we can smash the like on this one as well. I got some more streams coming every day now, and if I can get as many people to watch this as possible on full, it will really help the channel even more, because I'll be able to do this more full time when lockdown's out. I can't appreciate you guys even more. You've helped me so much make this more of a reality for me. So thanks, guys, you're amazing, and let's get this.
Come on now. There's no need to be afraid. We're all scared.
I've been thinking, y'all. We gotta go find the others.
Huh?
If we don't look for them, who will?
Right.
Hey, Cloud. Gonna need your help with it, too.
Right.
My ears are still ringing from it.
This is Sector 5, right? So where's this place you said Marlane is?
Where I think she is. It's a house on the other side of town.
Well, come on then. Pick up the pace.
I'm going as fast as you are.
There was this
That's the house.
Marlane! Marlane! Where's Marlane? Is she here?
Barrett.
Sorry, I'm Barrett. Marlene's my little girl. Marlane, she's got short hair. She's cute as a button, with the heart of an angel. She was wearing, pink. She was wearing a
She's
pink dress
sleeping
today.
upstairs.
Oh,
I said she's sleeping.
I want to see her too. Come on, let's go look in on her.
Keep it down. Don't wake her. Maybe you should join your friend upstairs. Keep it down. Don't wake her. Now.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm the one who asked her to go get Marlene. We'd only just met, but she was so kind and helpful. I took advantage of her.
It's not your fault. It was only a matter of time before she ended up back there.
Because she's an ancient. That it?
So she told you about that. She must trust you all a great deal. Yes, Airieth is an ancient. Probably the last one living. She's not my daughter. Not by blood, I mean. If that's what you were wondering. About 15 years ago. My husband, he'd been shipped off to fight on the front lines. But then I received a letter saying he'd be home for a bit. So when the day came, I went to the station to meet him. The worst, even then. But I told myself his leave must have been postponed, that he'd been delayed. Every day I went, to wait and to pray. And that's how I met her and her mother. I thought maybe they'd run away from Wall Market, or that they were topsiders fallen on hard times. I'd seen that sort of thing a lot. Take Airieth somewhere safe. Those were her mother's dying words. My husband had been away for so long, and I was lonely. So I convinced myself the safest place for the girl was with me. It took no time at all for her to start feeling like family. She was a real chatterbox. She told me strange stories. Like how she and her mother had escaped from some sort of facility. And how she wasn't sad because her mother had just returned to their planet.
Their planet, huh? Yeah, that sounds about right.
When I asked if she meant one in the sky, she said no. This one, right here. I mean, what can you say to that?
Mommy, don't be sad.
That's what she said to me one day, out of the blue. So I asked her, what's wrong?
A man you really, really loved just died. His heart came a long way to say goodbye. But he couldn't stay because he had to return to the planet.
I didn't believe her, of course. And then, a few days later, I received a letter saying my husband had been killed in action. things like that, she'd just know. It was a lot to deal with, but we were happy. And then came the knock.
Coming! No! Go away!
You know you're not just any little girl. You're a descendant of the ancients.
I had no idea what he meant, so I said, "Who are the ancients?"
They were the original stewards of the planet, whose boundless knowledge and wisdom shall guide us to the promised land. Some believe the promised land to be a myth, others an allegory of sorts. But we take the words of the scriptures at face value and believe it to be quite real. Which is why Shinra would like very much for Airieth to help us—
You're wrong! I'm not an ancient!
But Airieth, even when you're all alone, don't you hear voices whispering secrets?
No, never!
But all three of us knew that wasn't true. That man knew exactly who Airieth was, where she'd come from, and what she could do.
They knew where she was, but they didn't just take her? Doesn't sound like the Turks I know.
She had to come willingly, otherwise it wouldn't work, they said. That's why, even if they did take her away, I'm sure she's still being treated like a guest. And that they'll send her straight back home once they get what they need.
I doubt it.
You're not planning anything, are you? Don't make things worse than they already are. I don't know if I could ever. Just don't.
Cloud, maybe she's right about this. Maybe they'll let Airieth go when it's all over. Maybe we'd be better off waiting a little while.
Let's head back to Sector 7. Got things to take care of. Like checking up on the bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
The main entrance to Sector 7 is buried under rubble now. So how are we supposed to get back inside?
Underground passage in the park.
Good plan.
But how do we get to the park?
I know another way to get there. Airieth showed me before.
This ancient girl knows her stuff. Didn't mean anything by it.
Oh my god, guys, it really is really like a kind of like an downbeat kind of like sad moment right now. I mean, that scene to me was brilliant, and I really felt it was really hard for me to not say anything between that, and it really is amazing how all of this is coming together. It's just so good, and it's been really hard for me to not watch any of the playthroughs because I'm still waiting on my cameras and equipment, because I've had to upgrade a lot of things, and obviously I have to wait quite a few weeks because I need to wait for some money so that I can order these things, so you can get the best out of this as well. I hope that you can understand and know that I have your best interest at heart, and there's going to be quite a few filler episodes where I'm gonna be showing you tips that I've found along the way, so hopefully we won't have to wait too much longer. It might be a week or two, so by then we should have lots more content as well, lots more streaming, so I will keep you guys busy, so hopefully you will enjoy that as well. And let's carry on, guys. I feel like we are going in the right direction here. Hopefully you can enjoy the rest of this, and let's get it, guys.
That it?
What are we gonna do if our plate falls?
So we have to follow the road here. We're going back to where we were, because we need to go find the civilians and find out what happened and help them out. And I feel like we're going to be doing some more side quests as well in the next episode. So that will probably be next thing, and I will probably stumble on some other things and tricks that I can help you guys out. I'm sure there's lots of guides out there already. I like to put my spin on it.
Over there.
So I have found this bat. I believe it's the nail bat from the original. It basically had lots of strength, so I'll be trying it out. And there's a few other weapons that I've gathered, and I found a few other things along the way. I'll probably end up showing you my materia in the next couple of episodes. I have waited until the right moment to show you guys, because I really wanted to get through this as fast as possible, because it is a really long game. And so far I don't really know when it's going to end, but hopefully there's still quite a bit of content to go. So far I'm having a lot of fun on this. Ooh, let's get it, guys. Oh, come on. See, I feel like I need to switch there, so it's a little harder using a weapon that you're not used to yet. I don't really know what this does. I think it's like a baseball bat. They changed it from like a normal bat to like a baseball bat. Heal up real quick. Let's keep going. See, it seems like the enemies have changed again. So I feel like we're going through several different routes that we've been before. So I feel like we're going to be going back and forth at this point. So you're probably going to see a lot of these routes. I know that the quests in the last couple of areas were quite dull, to say the least. I don't really know why they put quests in this small section, really. But hey, they got to fill up the gaps somehow, guys.
It's blocked. There, that way. We'll have to fight our way through. But it's our only shot.
We haven't got too much longer, guys. I believe we're about halfway through this area. Here we go. What I like to do is run in with Cloud and then switch to Tifa, and then end it kind of with Barrett. I like to use triple slash when there's multiple enemies, and then I like to use Tifa's unbreakable strength, since I discovered that she's OP and Barrett's really good with certain abilities. I'm sure there's lots of guides out there already. It's been quite a few weeks now. It's been over a month, I believe. Maybe 5 weeks now, 6 weeks. I believe most people have finished the game by now. I really haven't had a lot of time between streaming and doing this. See, Disorder's pretty good. It can switch really quickly, but with the nail bat it's not really that great. So I have discovered a few things with the weapons. You don't really need to keep the same weapon on, so I won't be using this for much longer. Probably just gonna, yeah, I'm gonna switch to the hard edge. So you don't normally get the hard edge till later, but for some reason they've added in extra weapons. I think that's because of how long they've had to make it, so they've just added. I'm hoping that they add in lots of new weapons and things in the next game. So I mean, I don't know how many parts it's going to be, but it has been interesting. Oh, new enemy. I've never seen this one before. A Vagar Polis? Vagihipolis. Yeah, I can't say that, guys. That is one long one.
Let's do this. It's over.
That's the way to do it.
We're ready for anything.
That's a win.
Phew! They were pretty tough. Well, at this point, I expect the enemies to get a lot more tough. And to be honest, I'm glad. It's been a lot of fun. To say the least, it's been really different. So I'm definitely getting used to this different style of fighting. It's definitely Final Fantasy 15 type of thing. Oh, and if you thought I hadn't played many Final Fantasy games before, guys, you were wrong. I haven't just played Final Fantasy 7. If you are new to the channel and you do like guides and things like that, this is the sort of thing I like to do. I like to break down every single game and not ruin it, but I like to mess with the mechanisms of the game. Similar to making glitches, not cheats, but to a point where I take in every single detail. So if you're into that sort of thing and you like guides or you're struggling, I do a lot of walkthroughs. So if you have stumbled on this, I hope you are interested in this sort of thing. I do talk a lot, but I try not to talk too much. So hopefully you will like some of my content. Ooh, these are a lot harder than they used to be. They definitely got a lot more health, I'm telling you that. And having to use cure and magic a lot more now. Here we go. Get it. Use some thunder. Lightning. I like how he says that. I gotta say the voice actors are on point. They're so good. Whew! Gives me the chills, guys. Come on! We can do this. You look real quick. Oh!
No more playing
Everything works so well. So well. The system at the start, it's very like... You don't really know what to do. But eventually you get used to it. Yeah, we get those guys. I think we're near the end actually. We're getting there. Let's heal up real quick and then we can move on. We're going to heal up some mana as well. Some others here. I'm using potions because I've got quite a lot of them. And it saves the MP. I don't really know where it's going to end, so I might as well use the items while I can. I'm probably going to score quite a few items later on, so I haven't really used any for a while. I've been using cure. We're back down here. I believe we came here once. I'm not entirely sure. I think we've been here before. I guess not. It looks so... there's similar parts that look the same. Like the lights part just before that looks similar to this, and the sewers. So I keep thinking it's the same area, guys. So we got some new items. We got the heavy duty bracer. Yeah, I'll show you these later, guys. It's not that interesting if you're not actually playing it, but if you do need a guide on it, I can do that if you like. I'm sure there's plenty of guides out there already. Alright guys, that's the end of this episode then, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!